Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear us roar?
You sound great, man.
Oh, you sound a little bit on the lower side of things. Let me see if I can bump you up.
Bump it louder.
Go now?
Yeah, hey, Kyle W, happy to be here.
Whoa.
How am I sounding?
Much better. We'll see if everyone in the chat can hear you.
How you doing, Chad? If you can hear Kyle W, throw in some emotes, throw in some Sasquatches or whatever type of gifts you got on your Twitch.
Oh, the legend. Ailerus is there with some talk to the hand emotes. But yes.
Yeah.
So, maybe some of you guys might be newcomers on the stream. So let me introduce myself and what we're doing here. So I'm Riz, mainly play Street Fighter 2, but lately I just had this craving for all the retro stuff. And so with WNF Retro, every month we're choosing a community game through voting. So all of you guys voted, and we got Vampire on the roster for this month. And I'm a pure noob, I'm pure scrub at this game. All right, it doesn't mean I'm not going to give it a shot, of course. It just means that when it comes to commentary, I'm not going to know this as well as Kyle or basically anyone else in the Vampire community. But I'm going to be learning tonight, and hopefully a lot of our viewers learn as well. And then by tomorrow's tournament, I'll be a pro, hopefully. I mean, I'm going to be excited. I get how footsies work. I play a ton of Capcom games. This game in particular is super fast-paced, so I'm excited to hear how the commentary for it's even going to sound, because once one thing happens and you talk about it, like 10 million things are already happening on the screen. I mean, I don't know how you do it, Kyle, but you tell me about it.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, we will have such an opportunity to go through the fast-paced stuff, the just-in-time stuff, and even slow it down for some of the interactions. I really like this first 10 formats. We're going to watch the meta evolve and the interactions. The same scenarios keep coming up, but like rotated, like a very effective Oki situation. So we'll have chances to talk about all those options and how they interact, and show how the players choose to rotate them. And yeah, I'm Kyle W. I absolutely fucking love Vampire Savior. Real happy to be here. I represent a large group of very dedicated people. There's so many wonderful folks here in the VSAP community. So happy to be the one on the mic, but I've got a mountain of folks who are just as dedicated behind me to help support the scene. And with that, we are going to talk about some Vampire Savior.
Yeah, so we do have 4 exhibitions lined up. I think it was in honor to the Makai Cup. Hope I pronounced that right. But we're doing 4 FT10s, which means we have 8 players playing 8 different characters. They're saying you can be bumped up a bit more, so give me a sec. I will bump you to the max that Discord allows. Yeah, you guys are definitely gonna want to hear from Kyle's expertise more so than my own. Appreciate Rockman for coming through with the raid, by the way, early on. So tonight we're not doing a tournament. We're merely introducing the game. This will be my first time kind of like heavily engaged in, watching it for a long period of time. Of course, watched VSAV, just being at the arcade and stuff. Never quite understood it. So this is the first time I'll have someone talking in my ears, talking about Vampire. And then, yeah, like I said, tomorrow's tournament's going to be super sick. It's a Swiss format, cutting it to a top 4. So what that means is you'll have all of round 1 happening at the same time. So if you have 16 entrants, that's 8 matches happening at one time. And we're going to go through that 8 rotations. So we're going to have 8 rounds of Swiss, and the top 4 placing, the players who have the best results, the top 4 will move on into a double elimination first to 3 bracket. And so it gives a lot of time, as Kyle mentioned, for that, adaptation and like getting a solid performance so that you can have 2 lives now in this top 4. And it's actually like interesting. I was talking to Kyokuji the other day and saying, like, for a game that's this balanced, right? Like the mechanics and the speed and just like the flow allows a lot of characters to shine, right?
Oh, but absolutely.
But yet you still have like maybe the same handful of players that are the most consistent. Like I think Ailerus just won what is it, the Cincinnati Clash? I forget what it was called, but just won that tournament this past weekend, right? And pretty much has been winning most of the tournaments here. So how does that happen where, despite with the balance and, all the strong players, there's still going to be this consistency? What's the secret sauce?
Yeah, we're going to dissect and let the audience see that today. We'll talk about what makes each player effective and how that works within the environment of Vampire Savior.
There you have it. Yeah, we will see that. Yeah, the sauce, Slamtown. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, I know some of these players from other games, like VickiViper and Kyokuji, and I know that their abilities and how they approach fighting games. So, hopefully I'll be able to kind of see the parallels when we watch their exhibition later on. We're actually gonna be starting with MightyMar and I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Diar, or is it Diar?
Yep. Diar. Yep.
Diar. I had it right.
Yep. Yeah, name and Jai kind of goes in between the real name and the gamer handle, but yeah, MightyMar, the mightiest of Marios, and Diar. It's going to be a Chicago Anakaris versus a SoCal Lilith. Oh yeah.
Dang.
Cool.
Okay. All right. And well, I heard Anakaris is kind of like bottom tier, right? That's why I'm excited to see this as the first match. I like seeing low tiers in games before I see the top tier. So I'm gonna go ahead and have them queued up in their match. Anything else that you want to share about them? I guess you can go ahead and share, and I'll have them load up.
Yeah, oh, there's plenty to say about both players. I'm actually going to pivot for a second and just give a shout out to a handful of other folks in the community who have quite the presence in the more retro Street Fighter titles. We've got players like Apollo, VickiViper, and Green Tea. I believe those are some folks who have some really strong roots, and even Mr. Igloo. Really strong roots and backgrounds in things like Super Turbo and Alpha 2, so really happy to have them around the next couple days, and I think they're a good representation for that cross-pollination and overlap between 90s like Street Fighter Capcom and then like 90s VSAB, which is in a lot of ways VSAB is the like the earliest evolution of an anime fighter. So you'll see a lot of core game mechanics that have grown and evolved to be more what we call traditional anime fighters, but VSAB is that right sweet spot between an actual Capcom fighter and then most of the mechanics of an anime fighter. Alright, but to it, we're going to have MightyMar, the Lakers Anakaris, versus Diar, the green killing machine. There's your Lakers. And it's all you, Jai. Let's get going. Going with default color today. Fantastic. So, should probably talk about the elephant in the room, and that's going to be Anakaris. Anakaris is, quote-unquote, a bad character, and this is a product of, good patience, but big jump in by Lilith. It's a product of asymmetrical character design. Good pressure, pokes out, quick overhead reset. Nice, chasing on the ground roll too. Look at that offensive advantage by Mario. Push him to the corner.
Wow, just three combos.
Oh yeah, that white life is really building up, so it makes you on the edge. Don't jump, Cobra Blow. Oh no, you're cursed! Ah! Don't jump! Quick overhead. Mario is on some shit right now. Look at this. Quick high-low, high-low. Another curse. Jai, what are you doing, my friend? You're better than this. Oh!
Man, that was a damn near perfect. All right. So that's what I said. This game goes pretty darn quick. I didn't even get to talk about the cross-pollination between the, Super Turbo or like Street Fighter 2 communities in this game, but hopefully we get it tonight. All right, so game one, MightyMar.
Yeah, we will get there. So, MightyMar, Anakaris, by the way, is asymmetrical design. There's a delay there in that dive. It's why it hit. Because now Jai has to be really selective about when they choose to tech it. Because if you leak a normal, you're probably going to get smacked in the face. Okay, so what Anakaris does, he does really, really fucking well. His frame advantage, his high lows, his anti-airs, his anti-jumps are like some of the best in the game. So it doesn't mean he's unplayable. It means his tools are extremely good. Okay. Oh my god, good shimmy. Ground chasing. Big jump in by Jai. Walks into the corner. Air block. The curse gets smacked by a coffin drop. Left side. Poking out. So MightyMar's poking out of this offense just right. Gotta get Jai to find the right frame traps.
If you could tell you a little bit about this curse.
Oh, yeah. So it's a projectile that's not very good. Oh, quick double overhead. As far as frame data and like Anakaris being a bully, it's nothing like a Sonic Boom, right? Pretty bad, but if it hits you, you are in a like vulnerable state for like anywhere from 3 to 8 seconds. Big link. So MightyMar can just run in there and like hit you 4 or 5 times while you're stuck in this curse state. Big damage. Okay, full knockdown off the overhead. Ooh, there's your LI, the first one of the game. Back up, hold the corner. Oh no, jumps into the corner. Face a DP. MightyMar some shit right now. Jumps out of the throw. What's it gonna
Just
be?
threw the hands at him.
Yeah, those are the blue hands. So, in a good spot for Lilith, but you gotta watch out for these quick pyramid drops. So Anakaris will jump back and kind of like make like a low crush scenario, and then he'll dive back in for this quick overhead, and it makes this interesting low crush high low
right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's actually really ambiguous. It's hard to even see it in the commentary. Imagine it's a player.
Oh yeah. You get to a point where it's so fast you're making reads about where the mix-ups are. Ooh, big chain. Kind of like a Marvel 2 Magneto. You know that last time they went high-low. This time they're probably going to go empty-low, right? Or double-high.
Right.
So you get that type of commitment on these really crazy mix-ups.
And Lance says he has 0 room for error. By the way, it's going to be hard for me to catch everything in the chat, but appreciate the subs to Dylan and Nerd Josh coming through. Hopefully you can sign up tomorrow, Nerd Josh. That'd be hype.
Hell yeah. PK Fireball is a great zoning tool for Lilith. She can prevent jump-ins and she can build meter. And like right there, she's managed to work her way to a corner advantage. Right now, being patient. Anakaris looking for the anti-air. Lilith need not to jump. I like the discipline there. Wake up buttons. Oh, almost. Lilith looking to hold the position. So if Anakaris gets too scared in the corner, they can backdash out of the corner and teleport to the other side. So they can be slippery. Dashing sweep. Okay. Anti-air.
Nice trade. Yeah.
Oh, that was a high-low chain. That was good. Uppercuts out. Yeah, so what doesn't Anakaris have? Anakaris cannot do a ground throw. Anakaris can not do a tech hit. This is that mechanic that pushes the opponent away.
The tech hit where you flash, he doesn't have that?
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
What did they do to him?
Yeah. So Lilith is a character that's really good with like frame advantage and this like offensive pressure. And Anakaris really has to choose when they want to counter poke out because they can't use the defensive mechanic. Okay. Ooh, wake up ES Cobra Blow. I like it. Air chain, jab, demon, looking good. Lilith, what's she gonna do? She's gonna. There you go. Look at this. This is how you fuck Anakaris. He can't take it out. Yes. And this is why Anakaris is technically a bad character because when the opponent commits to that type. Oh!
That's a guard crush, huh?
Shit!
The air
Yes!
crush.
That is the hottest shit. Jai's starting to warm up, getting the blood flowing in the fingers. Yes.
Gotta save him for game 3, huh? Yeah, so you broke the guard in the air with that, right?
Yeah, so the idea was Jai did a full air chain, and MightyMar is watching it, and Mar's like, okay, so the heavy kick came out, so there's no more buttons for Lilith, right? So now I'm going to do like a counterattack, like an air chicken block, right? But the thing is, Jai canceled to a demon, so it was like a 4 or 5 hit chain, and then a delay demon, and made a frame trap in the air.
Slayers, bro, that's hype.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. But back to Anakaris' strength, they can actually air block and then attack. Ooh, big air chain, almost like cracking the blockable.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
I just should say that when Riz, as you are on the ground doing a normal, the other opponent cannot block it in the air. Right, so you can air to air, you can block, and special moves, you can air block a grounded special move, but you cannot air block a grounded normal. So there's scenarios where you want to like do the air chain to fall down to set up the grounded normal. Ooh, quick overhead. Big 2 chain, alright. Dashing from the ground, air chain again, that's
broke the guard.
Yes, beautiful. And then here you should look at a chip kill. Oh, because you do take block damage, almost like a super turbo, and this is an important aspect of clearing up a match. Overhead, nice block by Jai, being really selective about how they approach. Ooh, pushing Anakaris to the corner, looking good. Doesn't want to jump in too predictably. Doesn't want to tech it either. Oh!
Got another demon out.
Yeah, they low profiled the Cobra Blow and then did a dashing HP. It was so cool. Alright, MightyMar doing the quick, like, low crush into pyramid drop. Don't jump, don't jump! Yeah.
Wow, 3-1.
Yeah, so, like, Anakaris' tools are really good. He did this move that punishes jumps from, like, half screen, which is amazing. Not many players have that option in the toolkit, right? But to have that option, you got to deal with the fact that you can't tech it, your guard cancel is bad and cost a meter, and you can't throw somebody.
Now, there was a few times I think we saw the pursuit after combo. Is there a way to consistently escape those?
So Anakaris, funny enough, ooh, big corner jumping chain by Jai. Nice DI confirm, or LI confirm. Anakaris has a gimmicky special move where he can like punish that option. It's like an anti-pursuit move.
Okay.
Yeah, you might see it occasionally. It can be baited and punished, so it's another guessing game there. There's that corner backdash, punished by Jai. Uppercuts out. This is where Lilith is on fire. Look at him in the inside, pressing buttons, frame traps. Don't poke out, MightyMar.
Oh. Can't say grounded, can't say in the air either.
Yeah, it's good. And so because Anakaris is one of the only characters in the game who can block after attacking in the air, Anakaris loves to air block. So Jai smelt it and jumped up there and scooped him. It was awesome. Alright. I think Jai and Mar are starting to warm up here. This is great. So a bit of the history, Riz. Mar taught Jai. This is teacher versus student, right?
And they're from different regions, as you mentioned. You said Mars, Chicago, and Diar's SoCal?
Correct. Yeah. So this is such a great homage to like a fun low-tier matchup where both players are really strong. It's a teacher versus student, and you get to see all types of layers here.
You gotta do the lore match. My man Lance was busy setting these things up. Appreciate everyone in the BSAP community who came through to play.
Did you see how Anakaris forward rolled and then Lilith like shimmied on their wake up to make an interesting left-right? Big ally confirmed. Yeah, so it's best to cover the forward roll and keep the corner. So even if it's not as much as a left-right 50-50. Ooh, unblockable. Dash pressure holds the corner. Good spot for Jai right now. Cobra blow anti-jump. MightyMar looking for the jump, wants the anti-air, but Jai's being so disciplined right now. Good block, take it out. Ooh, jumps the empty low. Another pyramid drop low, it's so hard to block. Left side, take it out, air jump by Jai.
Gotta deal with all that pressure now.
So scary. There you go, there's that escape. And Anakaris can do that, just backdash out of the corner. Good counter poke by Mar. Overhead, full chain, pursuit in. Oh, uppercut out, right side. Pokes out,
close
pursuit
match.
again. Oh, gets scooped! Yeah, certain moves of characters, like certain characters have really strong jumping MP or jumping HP attacks, and they double up as an air throw. So, who's to say if that was like a fully dedicated snipe, or if Jai went for like a super jump? Ooh, got cursed, and you're out.
Yeah, I found the same situation with Dimitri. I played him when I was just trying to learn the mechanics of the game, and I feel like air throw is pretty consistent with them when you're just going for like jump fierce or whatever.
Yep. A lot of people like to do like a jump medium punch, and then if it gets hit, you can chain MK HP HK, or if you get the throw, you get the throw. Good pressure by MightyMar. Low crushes for the quick overhead. Right side, don't jump. Oh, big 2-chain. Nice confirmed by Jai. Alright, see how they backed up to hold the corner? This is the best case scenario. Even though it wasn't like a 50-50, you still have that corner advantage.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's a huge difference between this and like traditional Street Fighter. We just start in the middle of the round again. The positioning at the end of, each round is super important.
Yeah. It's almost like, gotta hate to make it. Ooh, good, that's a big old frame trap. Like, poke. So right there, Jai chose not to do the pursuit. Because, like, pursuit would have been the kill, right? But MightyMar is likely to do that anti-pursuit, like, portal. We call it the Stargate. So I was pretty certain Stargate was coming. Yeah. I hate to make this analogy, but similar to Melee, if you get knocked down, you can ground roll one side or the other. It's very present in this game. So a lot of the Oki is about covering a ground roll and keeping an offense going.
Oh, I know all about that life. Yeah, you play Ganondorf and, you predict they're going to tech roll towards you. Jump back, short hop down there, smash those rules. Yeah, we know about that. But anyway.
Yeah, so you'll see a lot of like interesting movement and shimmies after a knockdown where people are positioning themselves to get the best out of a ground roll. Good offense by Jai right now. Link into a LK into a demon. Mars like, fuck it, I'm out of here. That's hard to mess with. Blocks a curse. That ES curse is big damage. You can lose at least 60% of a bat if you get an ES curse taps you. Unblockable. Left side frame trap. Pokes out. Pretty even here, folks. 3-4. Chicken block into LI. Or sorry, Soul Flash. There you go. I like how patient Jai is being. Like, their jump-ins are really effective, but they're not forcing the jump in every scenario. That's twice! Low profile is a Cobra Blow, dashing HP punish.
Dang.
Alright, now Jai's like, I'm frame trapping your ass. There you go.
Was that a hit right there? Just got caught crouching?
Ah! No, it's just a frame trap. Just because it hit delayed and Mar committed to probably jumping right there. Check it out. Good spot for Jai. Whoa! I know, the LP whiffed, it recovered and still scooped with HP. That was awesome. Oh! Okay, good. Don't fuck with that curse. It is an easy way to lose a whole game. MightyMar backdash is saying, come at me again. All the way to the other corner, air chain. Block through the LI. Good low block. Ooh, there's a dashing LP. This is good.
This might be it. Oh.
I know that bullshit. So right there.
Yeah, what happened? Is that not punishable?
No, two things. Jai went to do like a low short and then link another low short and cancel it to like ES Soul Flash, right? But he did like walking low short ES Soul Flash and the uppercut came out. So it ended up being like an ES upper instead of an ES fireball.
Okay, yeah, I know those inputs. Yeah, so guys, there's gonna be 4 FT10s. This is the first one. This game goes quick, so I mean, the score is 3-5, and it's only been like 15 minutes probably.
Yeah, we'll do the whole thing in probably 2 hours max. Air chain. Ooh, there you go.
Got Arch Villain rooting for his homie from Chicago.
Okay, dash pressure. Oh, so clean. Jai. I love your LIs. Left side. Pokes out. Oh, low crush. Quick overhead by MightyMar. Pursuit whiff. Back to air blocking. Man, Jai is doing these air chains like a boss. Really pulling ahead on most of the scenarios.
Oh, even after the air fireball. Her fireball doesn't look great, but it seems like it's just effective against Anakaris.
Yeah, it's actually really good. Oh, big link, big link! Oh, yes!
Combo.
It hurts so bad, Riz. It hurts so the game says that by like 31 or 32 hits, the damage scaling is significant. But anything less than that, like you're getting big damage, right?
Who's gonna hit 32 hit combos? Is that normal?
Yeah, there's barely anything in the game that does that. So I think Lilith's LI is only like 23 hits. So she can do like a full 10 hit combo before an LI, and you're gonna do fat damage. It's awesome. So there she did the frame trap ES Soul Flash. He has enough advantage to link a normal, and she changed into an LI. It was sick. Or a Luminous Illusion, is what it's called. You guys probably call it Raging Demon? What do you say in the alpha?
Shingoku Satsu. Nah, just the demon, yeah, Raging Demon.
Alright, cool. Cool. Another cool thing about this game is, you'll probably know this watching Jai here, is that you gain meter when you whip your normals and when you whip your specials, okay? So you can actually car cancel a normal into a special to gain more meter when you're being defensive.
Okay, yeah, that's it. That happens in Alpha Series as well, so you can do like Kara, crouching medium kick, fireball, just to build that extra meter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Dimitri, he had that one setup where you like jump back kick and then you do another kick, like a chain kick, and cancel that to his air fireball. Shout out to Lance for showing me that tech.
Yeah. Ooh, big link by Jai, looking so strong. A dashing LP that started that whole thing actually covers the jump out as well. Great. Oh, there's like low crush is an overhead, which is so oppressive and interesting. And all these have built-in delays, so if Lilith tries to tech it and blows it, you're getting smacked in the face by a pyramid drop. Alright, this is a good spot. What's it gonna be? Ooh, doesn't get anti-aired. Soul Flash! Wow. Confirmed! This is gonna not kill yet for this big damage. What's it gonna be? Goes for a throw. Alright. Next one. Jump in. Ah! Backs out! Good defense. Good tech. Anti-air. Soul Flash. It's anyone's game, Riz.
This is so crazy. And a no setup at the end.
Yeah, that is where the dashing offensive pressure is so strong to shut down Anakaris. And the more that Jai does those type of setups, the more Anakaris should fall down, because that's a hole in the design of the character. Can't guard cancel effectively, cannot push block, cannot counter throw in those setups either. So MightyMar has to be really on point with the anti-airs and turn those scenarios in their favor. Because Jai's not jumping in much, but each jump in should be like right there. Mar has to beat those jump-ins to really keep it going. I'd also say that by this point, I think Jai is really a high percentage of blocking the pyramid drop overhead, and Mar needs to do like the faint low. You can do a 2-drop and a landing like crouching LK, like right there, but it still doesn't hit.
Yeah, even that he got guarded. Yeah, that's right. I mean, it looked pretty ambiguous, but.
Yeah, and there you saw that really nice shimmy working out to make a left-right mix-up on the forward roll into a full LI combo. Jai's a monster. These two always put on a show. It's fantastic. What do you do? If you air block, you get air stringed, and it feels like
just took
Lilith.
one hit.
Yeah. It just feels like now Lilith's getting to make more decisions overall than MightyMar gets to. Dashing LP, skate around, backdash forward dash, good tech hit jump. Oh, that was a good landing low. That was sick. Patience. Air chain.
Nice hit out of it too.
Yeah, that jumping LK was so quick it beat the ground unblockable. Ah!
Oh, it just uppercuts out.
Yeah, Anakaris has no uppercut. He has to hold that. There you go. Ah, a big one.
Nice block on this low and a trade.
Yeah, so there, it looked like Jai was going to bank on the fact that Mar was going to do another pyramid drop, and Jai wanted to like commit to the anti-air. And then Mar did a dashing LP, just like a don't jump ring trap, and then it was smacked him in the face. Good turn around by Mario. It's coming together. Ah, jumping soul flash. Look at that work it's doing.
Now, now, when you're attacking the hits, you don't get any additional advantage, right? It's just kind of like getting out of the pressure.
So tech hit is you do get a flat block stun. There's a handful of moves that you actually get less block stun, and there's a handful of moves that you are put in more block stun if you do the tech hit. But the idea is you get enough distance that you can safely move. So a big thing is not just tech hit, but like tech hit jump or tech hit dash or tech hit poke. You want to use that space. Oh, this is big. Slap, 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 kick, slap, slap. Like 3 big hits. Yeah, so you'll see that, especially with some of the other players, like the Lance and the Aileruses and those. Like, it's always a tech hit move. And there's a little mix-up, like, guessing game. Big LI link confirm right there. Alright.
Oh, good block.
Yeah, it was kind of ambiguous, too, with the JMK. That curse is kind of messed up because there's no hit stop on it, like no graphic. And if you try to do a tech hit, it'll sometimes just get you. Low profile Z uppercut, big quick double overhead, pursuit, lows. She jumped out! That was big. That was a dash link into a chain into an LI in a corner combo. Too important right now.
Nice side switch too. Air reset.
Yeah, you see how the ground movement in Lilith is making a lot of left-right mix-ups in a way that I think a lot of other fighters don't get those cool left-rights. Is that in Alpha 2 at all? Like air hit, like go through, go under?
No, not really. I mean, there are characters that can roll, like Ken and Goki, and they can kind of set up stuff like that. It's still slightly gimmicky, but it works in Alpha 2. Like Alpha 3 has more of that, especially in the corner, because like P1, P2 corners have different properties, so you can set up a lot of stuff, and of course CVS 2 is known for that as well.
Yeah, we've got that same like P1, P2 shenanigans here in BSAP, for sure. But it's so cool that you see it mid-screen a lot, almost like a third strike. You see an air hit into like a run under.
Like, yeah, corpse hopping underneath after air to airs. Yeah, you'll see that more in like, yeah, I'd say like Alpha more so than typical regular Street Fighter 2. Just not enough time to get under the opponent.
Yeah. Good defense by Jai. I like where they're at. They're not overcommitting to the jump in, and it looks like their grounded attacks are placed really well. Ooh, big pyramid drop. All right. Mar is fighting his way back right here. It's 2-1 against him, but he can do this.
Got the low to some.
Yeah, so that's a guard cancel. It's similar to the Alpha counter, except it costs no meter, by the way.
And that's going to be an uppercut input for her?
Yep, everybody has one except Anakaris. It's 6-2-3 plus a particular move. Ooh. There's just one thing that de-incentivizes log chain. So people do like onesie-twosie pokes and links as pressure, because they're harder to get guard canceled against.
Okay, so yeah, you just stagger your strings to kind of mess up the opponent's timing on the guard cancel. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you got it. Good quick resets by MightyMar. Keep it up, Anakaris. Good stuff. Yeah, so these two are great friends, student, teachers. They've been competing for years, and it's always a pleasure to watch them butt heads here. Air block, landing soul flashes. And this is fine. Lilith's gonna gain meter. Eventually get the jump in and get to make decisions. Ah! What's it gonna be?
Wow, it's still trying to get out of this corner. There it goes.
Yeah, I'm curious why MightyMar is so... Look how ambiguous that was. Did you see that hit on the left side?
Yeah, it was off a neutral jump, huh?
Yeah, he like jumped over the corpse hop and then did a 2 pyramid and then it crossed up. It was awesome. It feels like MightyMar as a player right now, like in this set, is very much respecting the jump-ins of Lilith and choosing not to, like purposely choosing not to anti-air very often, but rather block it out and find another defensive solution. Ugh. Hold the corner. What is a impressive spot to be in. Big links into LI. Lilith, uppercut, gets some meter. He has soul flash. Keep it going. Frame trap. 1-2 LI. Jai, calm down, my friend. Wow. His Lilith is like the best in the business. Like absolutely fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. The percentages, like LI is hard, by the way. Like you can't overlap. It has to be clean. It has to be quick. It's nothing like the demons of like modern fighting games.
Yeah, what's the input for it for that one?
LP towards LK HP.
Oh shoot, so it's the same. Dang, and he's doing it all like in the middle of these chain combos. That's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty tight. Okay.
Yeah. So earlier. Yeah. Earlier you saw like the big air, like 6-hit air chain into a frame trap demon, right? That was 6 buttons up the chain series, and then a quick raging demon as a frame trap. How amazing is that? Good GC out, low profile did by MightyMar, gets a pursuit, bat number 1's off the table. Mars shooting to go patient back to mid-screen, didn't want to take the corner.
That's insane button pressing, man. I'm mind blown that all the company's been getting that.
Yeah, like that was dashing HP into Raging Demon. Looking good. This is potential match point or bat point for Diar. Diar's gonna work. MightyMar can't find the anti-air. Gets a good old jump in by Lilith. Frame trapping, blocking. Good, like just disciplined patience by Jai. Alright, a little bit of lows. That's... Oh, he went to pyramid drop. That's a 2-2 special, so it came out over the pyramid drop. Bad spot in the corner, frame trap, backdash out. MightyMar, you needed that so bad. I want to see more Anakaris. Stay in there, my friend.
Yeah, so basically after this, we're just getting different characters every set. So this will be the last, so we see the characters once the exhibitions are done.
Oh, big fat jumping. Dashing LP frame trap into an LI. What a beautiful way to conclude the set. It's like a LI whip dashing LP. That's really strong in the matchup too. Anakaris is one of the tallest crouchers in the game, so he cannot crouch underneath the dashing LP. So Diar was doing like an LI as a little command dash. You do dashing LP, it's a jump check and it's a frame trap, and it keeps your advantage. So dashing LP going into other frame traps, into crouching MK, crouching HP. On the backside of that, really quick Raging Demon, and they take the set. That was fantastic Lilith play.
So, despite all of that, I think I read in the chat, Kyokuji mentioned it's still maybe 6 or 6.5 Lilith favor. But if he can't crouch, if he can't deal with the jab, that's pretty crazy, because that's like preemptive anti-air / frame trap anytime she gets a dash in, right?
Agreed. The matchup is actually, I think it's 8-2 or 9-1 in Lilith's favor.
Wow. All right. So set being 10-5 is just, amazing then from MightyMar. There were a lot of close calls. But yeah, that was pretty hype for just our first set tonight. Our next set, so you guys can see here, Who will we have? We're gonna be pulling
Cut out there is.
Jay the One and Minimaww.
Oh, nice. Awesome. We'll get there real soon. So,
Yeah.
just gotta clarify, although it's 8-2 or arguably 9-1 on paper, that is under the assumption that the Lilith player, their sole objective is to get into this dashing LP pressure. If you choose to just abuse this dashing stream, then that matchup will be in your favor so heavily. But if you're gonna play the matchup toe to toe and try to fight Anakaris at their strengths, then it is certainly not 8-2. I mean, it's gonna feel like a 5-5, and that's where Mara really succeeds using those strengths. All right, well, that was exciting. We're going to transition to Minimaww versus J1 the Skate, is that right?
Yeah, they just got into it, about to load it up. All these matches are happening live, by the way. Sometimes we do like international matches, so we gotta have them pre-recorded and give the illusion that it's live. But these are all legit gonna be live tonight, so it's pretty hype.
Hell yeah. All right, Minimaww. Minimaww is a long-standing, dedicated player from the Cincinnati region, which is also one of the original Vampire Arcadia heads. And they haven't stopped. And in fact, in the last probably year and a half, they've even increased their efforts, and they're playing more, they're streaming, and they're hosting, and it's great to see them just growing, because they're really a threat to win a tournament these days. They're that strong. And I gotta say, this is probably the most frequent sparring partner of Ailerus. Awesome.
Yeah, if you're Ailerus' sparring partner, yeah, you're definitely gonna be a force to be reckoned with. So.
Yeah. We'll get to J1 in a minute. We'll find a more calm spot to give that player the highlight that they deserve. Sasquatch is so amazing. Ice Tower anti-air. Gets a wake-up flash kick. All right. Whoa, this is getting silly right now. So Riz, about the tier list in general, the joke we have is saying if you want a good character, pick an animal. Animals are really, really good, okay?
Well, I've heard Sasquatch in particular is like the craziest character. I mean, I don't know if that's true. You can let me know.
You will see some Sasquatch hotness. Like, he's like Marvel 2 Magneto. Like, the high-low and the control is obscene. When he gets going, it's so hard to mess with. Big jump in by Gallon. It looks like J1's prefers the defensive nature. There you go. Tech it, big dash, triple long dash, has the corner. Ooh, back dash is annoying. Quick overhead by Sasquatch. Late pursuit, right side low. Look at that. You see the movement of that monkey? He triple dashed the whole length of the screen.
Just like Smash Brothers, you know, the animals are also the best. Just to bring it back to Melee.
Yeah, he's fucking shining up the stage.
Yeah,
right?
Days of Shine Blind right now.
So J1 the Skate is a very active, great player for the New York area. They've been one of the backbone players of the New York scene, and such a strong, amazing Sasquatch. They play genuinely defensive in nature. They like to take the tech hit and turn that to their advantage. So you'll see J1 get a clean tech hit and then just dash right behind it and keep it in their favor.
Magneto with Tim's, I like that action, Hank.
Oh, Adam, you're great. Yeah, so you're talking about J1 the Skate. That's Magneto with Tim's. Ooh, double overhead. Alright, empty low gets jumped out. Beast Cannon is some bullshit. This blue, like, a progressing ball attack, it can hit up to 5 times. It can combo on hit. It can frame trap on block. And it can, like, delay frame trap cross up on block.
Pretty sure they gave that to Blanca in Street Fighter 4 or something. Well, his Ultra. Kind of the same thing.
Yeah, it's nasty. Good delay low. Sasquatch does the like don't jump move. Good blocks. Ooh, counter Dark Force. Guard cancel gets traded out. Quick double dash. We call that the Mario Kart double dash, by the way. It's just a quick like hop hop. Tech it out. Tech it out. Oh man. It's a good spot for Sasquatch right now. 2. Nice tech hit attack. These two are just...
Yeah, seeing double the tech hits compared to the previous match for sure.
Look at the corner pressure. Gallon keeps long dashing for double overheads. Dark Force out. That's the combo. Yeah. Let's talk about Dark Force, Riz.
Yeah, was that like a VSM combo? Tell me what just happened.
Dark Force is so cool. It is a mechanic pretty new to this genre of game. You press 2 attacks, like a light and a light, or a medium and a medium. It costs a bar, but in general you have invincibility on startup. Then you have like a power-up that lasts roughly, I don't know, 10 seconds or so, maybe 15. And if you get hit, it drains, and you have a deactivation that's punishable. But you see it a lot defensively. A lot of characters can pop a defensive Dark Force and do something really like invincible or like a quick jab, and use their unique power as some overwhelming offense.
It's almost like an X Factor, but you're using it to survive versus using it on offense, right?
Yeah. It's a double-edged sword though. You could, if you get hit in Dark, I almost called it X Factor. You're funny. If you get hit in X Factor, like you're gonna have a whole nother combo as a punish. Ooh, look at those quick overheads by Sasquatch. It's so mean. 1, 2, 3. Gets hit by the frame trap on the beast cannon. Long dash, kicks out. Don't jump.
Oh god, just double neutral gun.
Yeah. And those air to grounds are amazing. That was almost like the claw of Super Turbo. Like the distance and the effectiveness of their normals. Look at that. 40% off a full screen, like, advancing projectile.
Also, shout out to the Kusage you just mentioned, by the way. Super Turbo.
Oh, is that Kusage?
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is.
Speaking of 8-2 matchups, hashtag Super Turbo.
There you go. Yeah, apparently.
Awesome. But yeah, you're seeing here the game plan. Gallon likes to do those beast cannons. It's an advancing combos on hit, frame trap on block, really force your agenda. And then Sasquatch likes to get a clean way in, and then go crazy with the high lows.
Yeah, he seems very RTSy. Once he's able to like make you block something, there's a lot of dash, high low.
A lot, yep. And Sasquatch has, I think, the second biggest health in the game. And they're like the second fastest, so they just have enough stats to stupid. Ooh, look at that, right side low. That shit's nasty. Jumping kick.
Now, when you said P1, P2 stuff, it's Sasquatch, a character that can abuse that? Nice walk under.
Yeah, so the faster characters can abuse it in the corner only. So Sasquatch is particularly wide, so Sasquatch won't do it. But Gallon can, and Gallon actually has a mix-up against Sasquatch in the corner. If Gallon hits you with a K throw in the corner, Gallon can make a quick left-right when they recover. So let's see if that scenario comes up.
Alright, dope.
Oh my god, did you see how backwards Sasquatch was in the proximity block? There it is, like right there, corner throw.
Even after the tech, he still had a mix-up, huh?
Yeah, so I guess Minimaww was baiting something because they chose the 8 jump, but the go-to mix-up there is usually a left side attack or a walk-through right side attack. And you get a true left-right 50-50 right there, off that corner throw. Look how close we are. 2-2. We have animals butting heads. We've got 5 cannons, ES towers, quick high-low monkeys. This is some classic Vampire.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about like some of the other mechanics or the meta, like the meter management. So maybe we can go into that.
Yeah, the meter management's funny because with Gallon, they're gonna have a bar and they're gonna spend a 5 cannon, right? If they have more meter than that, then they just have more options defensively. You're gonna see like a defensive. There's your 5 cannon. Gets poked out, but they have another one, so it could come any second.
Okay, alright, got it.
There's 2. Now Sasquatch is interesting because landing low, that's good. Look at that! Triple dash into an overhead. Kicks him in the cannon. Alright, we like those. Yeah, now you're seeing the power of J1 the skate. They're playing fast, they're playing smart. Like offensively beating Gallon and all their defensive options. Look at
it's ugly.
Oh, this 5 cannon could be it. No! Wow.
Use it on the meter. I mean, I guess that's how you got to do it.
The 5 cannon is so good. Like, unless J1 can stop it, then there's no reason for Minimaww to stop doing it because it's advantage on block, it's combo on hit, and it's your turn every time. We got to shout out to the you just got to recognize that those combos that you see, those beast cannons, Minimaww keeps drawing these funny lines across the screen to get the combo to work, and that is so dynamic and it's such a seasoned, experienced skill set to have.
Because you have to like adjust on the fly, right? Or something?
Correct.
Like, you have to pretty much you have to scout it and just keep looking for where to go.
Yeah, he rarely does the same combination because you have to adjust to the hurt box of the opponent and the height and your recovery all at the same time. 2, 3, 4. So
Yep,
like
got
this
it.
one there, that was the staple. Like that was the vanilla 5 one, but you're not gonna see that one very much. Oh, look at this! Kick that! I like to see Sasquatch doing more Ice Tower. It's a good defensive poke without much of a risk. Could be hitting Gallon. 3, 4. Did you see that? All that to like a cross up. It's so good.
The one at the end at the very least. But yeah, that's crazy. This movement's nuts.
And you see how it puts Gallon in the proximity block? Pursuit whiff, pop. Oh, pokes out. Jump kick. There's your command throw. And then here, like, see how Gallon's in the corner? They could have taken
that's a 50-50, right?
Yeah, they could. You got it. You got it. It works against Gallon fighting wide characters.
Kyokuji, I like how you profile the players as a Hokuto character. Also, what's up, Hokuto?
The set so far has been very much in Minimaww's control. It looks like they're just getting a chance to press more buttons and make more decisions. And it's on the Sasquatch to... ooh, LKMK Link, I love it. Holds the corner. Don't jump. That was a... ah, yes! So the P2 cross-up happened there. Gallon dashing to the corner, and it forced them P2 because of the P2 mix-up that we talked about.
Right, I need a rewind button, because that happened all too quick for me.
Yeah, and then they got the knockdown. They were just one pixel away from the kill, so they went for a cheap kill, which is too fun. You throw the projectile out to get the bat. You got J1 pulling it back, though. It looks like they're fighting through this. Gets a throw. Yeah, look at that combination. Like, what is that?
5 hits, yep.
What type of fucking satanic pentagram is this guy drawing on the screen? That's crazy. Crosses up. Hits him out of the frame trap into another one, yeah. I am having nightmares about Beast Cannon right now. It is... Wow, I'm glad I'm not blocking that shit. That's so hard to deal with.
I kind of like this character. At first I thought I was going to like Dimitri, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. This being able to move like that freely and still get hits or setups, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, he's got really effective buttons like air to ground. His jump ins are some of the like best in game, and then he has an anti-air too. Yeah. Ooh, there you go. That's your. What's gonna happen? Long dash is out. Big combo. You're safe. Gets a corner throw. No tech. Pursuit. GC's out. Nice guard cancel. J1.
He was blocking, right? No.
Yeah, he ended up crossing up, so he was walking.
He walked out of he walked into the hit. What?
Yeah. That was wild, wasn't it?
Minimaww just found my character.
2, 3, 4. Falls under. 8 jump. Okay. Big old confirm. Nice 3 hit from J1. Watch your toes, Minimaww. Block low, buddy. Now that you're blocking low, get headbutt. Look at that 2-chain. It's so effective. HPHK. Here's your wild circular command throw. Goes for a low setup. GC's out. Tower.
Hey.
Wow. That was pretty ballsy. I liked it.
So his Dark Force, he has like shadows that hit. Like everyone has a different kind of like mechanic when they're in Dark Force, right?
Yeah. I don't know if... Is Rose in Alpha 2?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of like Rose's like combo super thing.
Okay.
Yep, so these 2 shadows hit at like 18 frame intervals. So he gets some links he doesn't normally get, and you keep the pressure going a bit. It's even better when it like drops and resets, because the scaling resets, and you just keep the damage going. Look at this corner pressure. Gallon jumping at you, so mean. Long dash, overhit by Sasquatch. So that flash kick is not invulnerable, it's just active on like frame 2. My god, calm down, Ethan. Corner long dashes.
I love that you can just keep hitting the buttons from the other momentum. Yeah, this game's pretty hype.
It's so fast. And then defensively, you're just as engaged. Ooh! So again, he went to the right side, but he chose to do an 8 jump. Alright, big chain. Hey, jumping HK. Uses his booty to get out of that one. Oh man, this is so good to watch. Some super effective Gallon. Jumps out of the corner throw by Sasquatch. You can do the J1. 4. Yeah, more stop sign. Let's see, like an ES tower. Oh my god, that still hits. How does that hit? Dash.
Nice.
Good job. So one of the like really fucked up nuances to those Beast Cannon combinations that you don't know is if Gallon advances to the corner, like if they hit the edge of the stage, it stops. So Ethan had to do sequences that didn't go into the corner. So he couldn't do 6 or else it would break. He had to do a 7 or a 9 and then stop it like instantly, so he didn't touch the corner too much.
At which point, like, the opponent can predict and punish that then, right?
I'm talking about to get the combo hits. To get the combo hits.
Oh, to get it to hit. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
as long as you're not going towards the corner, you're still able to continue doing the loops.
Yeah, it's just hard. Like, it's so dynamic. Yeah, again, it feels like the pacing and momentum is really on Minimaww's agenda, and it's up to J1 to make the right play. Counter throw, looking good. Has a corner. Watch your lows. There was a delay there. J1 tried to tech hit out, and their LK leaked, and then they got hit in the head by a beast cannon. Jumps out, overhead. So this is an effective mix-up for Sasquatch to dash through and low on the backside. But your timing has to be right on, because if Gallon keeps jumping out, you've lost all your offense.
Got the little booger flick move.
Yeah, standing LP. Ooh, Pursuit gets a counter throw. Big jump in by Sasquatch. This is a lead that J1 needs right now. Long dash. Air chain. There's your corner throw. Holds the corner with a stepping back. Long dash. Low poke. Long dash.
Oh, no, not
long
like
dash.
this.
Long dash. This is Gallon
no
going
text.
crazy. Oh my god. Oh, that was so...
Look at the life adding up, too. The white, wow. That was all corner. That whole round was just corner.
Yeah. So something to say about those. They don't even have to combo. It's just that you're keeping the advantage and you're getting stray hits here and there. So Gallon's objective was to keep Sasquatch from jumping out of the corner, and it nickel and dined him all the way to the lead.
Yeah, I'd say like unlike Street Fighter 2, where you need like very specific B and Bs, like the chain combos kind of allow you to pick up the game rather quickly, right? For the most part.
Absolutely. Those. Some of the long dashes that Gallon's doing, those are links, by the way. That LKLP right there. Those are links, but you're right. The barrier to entry is pretty small, and the combos are nowhere near as hard as Super Turbo combos.
But that game's Kusage, so it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, there is some super hard shit. We just watched Diar do some of the hottest stuff in the game with those like quick, rapid demon confirms.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's not every character, right? That's stuff you choose to be a masochist. 3, 4. Oh, walks into it. I can only talk shit because I play Morgan, and I know what that's like to choose to be a masochist. All right, diagonal down. J1 just needs some room to breathe, buddy. Like, I am being smothered right now by this Gallon. Big confirm. Big dump. Oh, man. We got to turn the heat up on Sasquatch. Trades on the beast cannon. Gets a pursuit. Ooh.
Dashing.
Yeah. Oh, the first tower that comes out gets jumped over? Oh, my goodness.
There's just no escape from the chip on that?
There was one small... So it hit 3 times, and because the third hit killed, J1 could have guard canceled the second hit, and the third hit would have whiffed. But it didn't happen. But it was pretty grim either way. You probably could have Dark Force through it, actually. Yeah, Dark Force would have worked.
And then, like, dashes don't have, like, huge invincibility or much invincibility, but, like you said, like, Dark Force would be kind of ideal to get out of those checkmate situations.
Absolutely, yep. Dark Force, and then if it's not the first hit's going to kill you, you can guard cancel, and you're going to get some invincibility to make a hit or 2 whiff as well. Sasquatch isn't able to read the ground rolls as effective as Gallon is, and I think that's what's keeping their offense from just being as overwhelming. Quick overhead. Has the corner. Oh my goodness, you're getting Liu Kang kicked in the face, my friend.
Oh, what? Just nothing. Just gets it off.
That's a 360, so he's got some invulnerability as he gets up.
Okay, alright, so command throws will beat meaties, basically.
Yeah, in general, yes.
Beat meaties, in general, right?
Yeah, if you're in throw range, yeah, correct. Again, that's like the 3rd time that snare has come up, isn't it? Hits him with a cinnamon twist for the chip kill. Long dash, gets counter thrown. There's your landing low. Good defense. Good respect. You're still in there, J1. 2, or you're not, but it's fine. You have one more chance. Long dash. into a wild circular. Wow.
3-9. Yeah, who ended up winning that combo breaker? Nakanishi, was it Mr. Igloo?
The Nakanishi won that combo breaker year.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just remember. I mean, I know that like at a lot of the big tournaments where even Japanese players show up, like Americans have some great performances. So this is a game that's super competitive and everyone's on equal playing field. Just both U.S. and Asia.
I agree with that. The upper level, the American players are just at the. Ooh, God, that was the left side. The upper level American players are at a competitive level with the JP scene, and in the last couple of years, we've had more cross pollination than ever, and it's awesome. Big jump in, nice defense, long dash. 2, 3, 4. Look at that! Like it's all the frame traps. So even though you got a clean tech hit, there's your scoops. It didn't mean you're out. Monkey just got to play fast and press more buttons. There you go. Just you're trying to press buttons, Monkey. You got your back on the rope. This is potentially your last bat. Press them like you're about to go out. 2. Look at that, ambiguous. I know. So hit JLK can cross up, and Sasquatch is a bit wide. So JLK is strong. Good. There we go.
All right, 4-9. Is that's also specific to like Sasquatch body type? I guess you can say that kind of setup.
Yeah, there's about a third of the cast is wide. The other third's thin, and the other third's normal. So Gallon's JLK can cross up on normal and wide folks. It's just easier on the wide people. So that's another thing that Gallon will be doing a lot in this matchup is prioritizing JLK, get those cross-ups.
Okay. Yeah, similar in ST, I'd categorize it to 3. Yeah, like just fat characters, normal, and then thin, pretty much.
Yeah. Cool. Nice tech hits. There we go. It looks like J1's being a bit more aggressive, just willing to press some buttons. There's a good anti-air. JNP. Look at that. We call it the stop sign. That like high five move. It's so good. It'll stuck jumps. It's a frame trap. It sets up his dashing pressure. He has pursuit. Alright, good table flip. Looks like J1's found the anti-air button.
I like some of the moves that I'm seeing for the first time, but like, oh yeah, I see the stop sign to the table flip.
Yeah, we take the lingo for granted, but it's literally what we call it in this scene. Ooh, safe jump on the guard cancel. 2, kicks him out of the beast cannon. You're in there, Jay. Keep going.
Oh. All the little damage adding up, and now.
Amazing. JLK, here's gonna cinnamon twist. No, pokes out. Stop sign. Come on, J1. You're on the ropes. You can do this.
Wow.
Oh. And it started how it began. Congrats to Minimaww for a massively quick ESB's cannon KO. Wow.
And
what do you think, Riz? Was that fast?
Yeah, that was kind of fast. I mean, we're 2 sets in right now in about 50 minutes, 2 for FT10s. Excited to see how Swiss ends up going, but still obviously super competitive, and you can already see how different the pacing was between like the lower tier matches and then like when you have top tiers. A lot more chaotic in the top tiers, but you still have like escape options. Minimaww is just getting a lot of those crazy resets in the corner and neutral jumping, so yeah, it was pretty dope stuff.
Yeah, it's really engaging. It's really engaging to see the speed and pace at which those players have to compete, because within like fractions of a second they're going from getting a trade or doing a tech hit or advancing after tech hit or having to like rip out a clean guard cancel, and it is so engaging offensively and defensively. It's a fun game. So good stuff to J1 and Minimaww from Cincinnati.
Yeah, before we get into the next match, if you want to explain the tech hit input or how you do it, I know about it. It's kind of like your. For me, I just go from jab and I go clockwise and press all 6 buttons like one by one. But like, what's the best way of doing it for you? Just so everyone knows when they see a tech hit, they actually understand what's happening.
Yeah, I'll take it one little step back and then give you your direct answer. So while you're in block stun, you can press buttons, and if you press between 3 to 6 buttons, like unique buttons during a block stun, then you can execute a tech hit. So the actual success percentage goes up the more buttons you press. So from 3, it's a low percent, like 60, and by the time you get to like 5 buttons, you're in like a 90-some% success rate, and by the 6th button, you're 100%. So if you just commit to like 5 or 6 buttons, you're guaranteed to reliably get the tech hit. And it is challenging to do because it's so quick. But there's about 3 or 4 commonly accepted methods. I think one's called the piano. You gently rest each finger on a button, and then you rock your wrist in a way that you can just casually hit all the buttons very quickly with one smooth wrist motion. Another one that's quite common is the slide. A lot of people like to flat palm on the left side of the stick, and then drag their hand across to the right of the stick, and then you'll be staggering the buttons as you drag your hand across, and by the time you get to the end, you're going to probably have a tech hit. So these
with the piano method, you're using like multiple fingers in, right? I use probably what the second one is, a little swipe, kind of just like swipe across all the keys. I don't even know. I would have to pick up a fight stick to know what I'm doing, but that's how I found the most success so far in 30 minutes of practice.
Nice. There's advantages to either one. An important thing to keep in mind is assuming you fuck it up, like say the opponent didn't have the attack out and you're out of blocks done, you will be whiffing a move. So you can be conscious if you want to whiff a light, which is the less risk, or if you want to whiff a heavy based on your character, or if you choose to whiff a dark force, because you can start with LP LK and then roll on the others and say there was no move that would have been tech hit, and your leak will be a dark force. So there's that defensive layer of how you choose to tech hit as well.
Right, so you can layer pretty much option select. So if you already have in mind, if this doesn't work, I would want this to be the ideal outcome. And so, yeah, having a light attack come out or a heavy, depending on the character, or the dark force. So, yeah, I guess, situational. But I know it's interesting that, there's actually a technique that you can use depending on your playstyle or depending on, which actions you'd want to cover. So, it's a pretty sick mechanic, and it's insane that Capcom did this and, created, Marvel vs. Capcom and Street Fighter 2, all, relative same time, as well as the Alpha series, and just give us all these classics. Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, from 97 to 2001, it was such a golden age of all these new mechanics, and the the Venn diagram overlap of how the skill sets of one game migrates to another is quite significant.
That's pretty tight. All right, well, now we're gonna get into our third match. We have Kyokuji. I call him the bully because he bullies everybody in Alpha 3. VickiViper Zabel, call her a bully as well. She bullies everyone in Street Fighter the movie, but they are multi-game experts.
Did you say Street Fighter the bully? Is that what you said?
Street Fighter the movie, the game, bully, VickiViper.
Yeah, Street Fighter the bully, the game.
Yeah, Street Fighter the bully. And it's funny because they just had a match. Our last community choice game was Street Fighter the movie, and it was a really hype event. I don't want anyone to think it's all trolls. I actually really love that game. And it was a sick tournament, and Vicky landed the infinite on Kyokuji. So when we were setting up these matches, I think Kyokuji really wanted a shot at Vicky. This is the run back for Street Fighter the movie. So that's the lore behind all of this.
Amazing. Great. This will be a super fun match, super technical and super fast. So I'm excited to showcase this for the folks watching WNF tonight, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, shout out to everyone who's played so far. The bracket is live. Let me send a link to that. So if you're interested, whether you're a newcomer or a veteran, either or, let's make it a hype event. I mean, clearly there's almost 200 people watching, my humble stream because you guys love some vampires. So hopefully we can make this, a memorable event for everyone. And I know that Thursday there's going to be another event coming up. Hosted by Vampire Arcadia, so plenty of action for this game this week.
This is the month of Vampire Savior. There's been so much good shit lately, Combo Breaker, WNF, Community Night, 2 Community Nights, and a Makai Monthly. So we appreciate everyone playing Vampire and supporting the cause. We're right to it, folks. We're 0-0. Kyokuji versus VickiViper. There's so much technical to say about this matchup. That wasn't blockable, by the way. That jumping LK has 6 active frames. Big dash link. The last 3 active frames, frame 4, 5, and 6, cannot be blocked. The bug with the proximity blocking. Another UV right there. You pull the combo into the super.
Let me know when the next unblockable happens. Hopefully I can catch it.
Yeah. I'll say it now and you'll see it happen. Vicky's looking for it after any air hit, like an IED MP. Ooh, big jump in. Nice chain by Kyokuji. Alright. Yep. So I'll tell you when that unblockable comes, and it's really big. Another important aspect about the options for good frame trap here, it's a slap shot. What's decided to do? A jump out, hold the corner.
Zero Nathang Riz 0
Dark Force by Zabel.
Zero
Alright.
Nathang Riz 0 Nathang Riz 0
Quick IAD, 1-2, super. What's it gonna be? Cover the back row, gets counter thrown.
Oh my gosh, this is happening all so fast. Thank you for the sub. It is Kojin Balls.
Oh, what's it gonna be? Unblockable! Slap chop! Yes!
Wait, so Kyokuji using unblockables in this game too?
Yes.
What a bully! You
Yes.
are such a bully, Lance. Come on, man.
Street Fighter the Bully versus versus Bishamon the Bully, right? So, we talked about Zabel's unblockable jumping LK. Zabel sets it up after an air reset, and Bish right here, like that was a point. Good link. Bishamon has an unblockable. Ooh, god, big damage already by Vicky. Frame trap on the B drill. All right, that's cool. Dashing in P, don't jump. Guard cancels out. So Bishamon has a projectile, and if they do the ES version, it comes out like a bigger blue fireball. Apparently, if you are within a certain distance away, the fireball is unblockable.
Wait,
So
so,
you're gonna-
so the further away you are, the more unblockable, like the more potential it has to be unblockable?
No, there's a sweet spot. Kind of at like sweep range. If you do this ES fireball at sweep range, it's unblockable. Just straight up, right?
Whoa.
And this thing, it possesses you, and you do like a Rekka to knock them down. And there's another bug in the game that doesn't let you ground roll. So Bishamon gets in a position where they can just loop this unblockable until they're at a meter. So you're gonna see Lance probably gain 3 or 4 meter, and then just dump it on unblockable loops. It's so cool.
Let's see. I mean, Kyokuji has some of the best execution that I know of in like all the retro fighters. Always
Yeah, that's
usually
strong.
play some kind of like a ninja character too. Play Sodom in Alpha 3.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, they're playing the Sodom colors today, right? Look at that.
Yeah, and also play or blonde characters too. Plays Ken in Third Strike game. So
So did you see that blue fireball that hit Zabel? That was unblockable. Because Bishamon did like LPLK, spaced them out correctly, and the ES fireball was unblockable. Dashing MP, that's a frame trap right there. That would have been unblockable, but barely missed the spacing. But you get a sense of what their objective is now, right? Get right at that sweep range and ES fireball. Guard cancel out. Jumps. Oh,
was that a
Lordy.
jumping target combo where it hit high and then low? Wait, what? Or it hit high twice?
he did the jumping. So Lance proceeded over in the back and did an 8 jump. And then they did like a jump and mix up. And they, I guess Vicky assumed it'd be like a 1 overhead and then landing low. And Lance did 2 overheads on the jumping. Quick overhead reset. Jumps out by Lance. They're trading blows, and they're still equal because Zabel's health is so small. Big punish, standing only like the chain. So now that Lance is committed to jumping, Vicky's got to find the right normals to manage the up back. Damn,
Punish
Lance's
again.
execution is so good. That's in the blockable. See that little LK after the. Ugh.
They got for the jumping.
Yeah, the Zabel has this little shitty like shin kick, and that's the unblockable one that sets up the super. Nice GC. I'll keep calling it when it comes out so you can see it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Zabel's like Dalzine, you're talking half screen normals, tries to be a bit zony, but manages to get unblockables and fat damage. That was unblockable. See that little kick they did?
Yeah, yeah.
That was it.
This would be the Damdai character. You guys know Damdai loves his unblockables.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In that
That's
Kusage
okay.
Super Turbo. But anyway, different game.
Different generation for different folks, right? Alright. So both of them trying to be pretty passive full screen. So Bishamon is sitting on like 5 bar. They're in such a good spot for unblockables. There's one, right? See, they're trying. The position was really close. It's just frames away. Oh, we got the afro, by the way. That's a 1 in 16 chance in this vanilla version.
I thought I was about to jump into a Michael Jackson video. What's this?
It was. It actually does the first opening tune to beat it. It is
that
a
was
reference.
it, right?
Yeah, it's a reference. Oh, blocks
Lord.
it. Standing in P, catches the anti-air. Big jumping. Oh, it can be anyone's game. Quick overhead tap. Love tap. Boom, boom. ES pursuit. Tip him out. Yeah.
Oh, it's bad. Not beat it. What's up, Zero Dozer?
Ah, my bad. Yeah, I got the B right. My bad. Sorry.
My bad. Oh, it's my first time hearing it, so I was like, wait, isn't that some MJ?
Yeah, it totally is. Awesome. So you're gonna see Bishamon trying to anti-air with like horizontal sonic booming. Ooh, good quick overhead offensive by Vicky. Ugh. Bishamon wants to gain a bunch of meter, so they can dump it on unblockables. Nice throw setup.
Yeah.
Don't be jumping. So all of the offense right now from Bishamon is conditioning for Zabel to stop jumping. And then eventually it'll transition to like legit frame traps that say stop pressing buttons.
Well, these players in particular are very like, you know, they adapt very quickly. So I think, you know, we might see a lot of, you know, momentum shifting throughout this FT10. I mean, I feel like we've been playing for a while, but we're only 2-2.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be this high octane, this pacing for the whole set. Good air blocks. This is the third time Kyokuji's jumped and blocked one of those and got a full grounded punish. Very clean. Oh, standing strong. Get over here, super. That JOK
that
was
fade
unblockable.
away, yeah, that's an unblockable or just like instant overhead?
No, that's the unblockable. That's the later active frames of JOK are unblockable.
Okay.
So you're gonna see Vicky try to do Oki with that. Oh my god, look at that! Cross it into a fucking unblockable. Right there. Ah, barely missed the follow-up. Anyone's game, jumps out. HK, crosses through, didn't mean to, but you're still alive. ID.
So much bar.
Oh, there's a whole nother bat. This is bad. Again! Too clean, look at that link. Unblockable, Vicky jumps. Don't be jumping again.
So much life gone off of those.
Counter DC, this is so epic. 8 jump, unblockable. That wasn't unblockable, by the way. That fucking 8 jump. So earlier I mentioned there was a bug of Bishamon that if you catch the ES Fireball into the Rekka, the opponent cannot ground roll. It's something to do with them being in different states in the same combo. Now, the way that Zabel's ES Guard Cancel is programmed, it's the same bug. If Zabel does an ES Guard Cancel, you cannot ground roll, which means that the unblockable JLK is guaranteed after ES Guard Cancels.
Shit. That's how you take a bug and move it to your advantage then.
Yeah, it's crazy. So you're going to see Vicky, after pretty much every ES Guard Cancel, look to set up a jumping LK. Pokes out. Good corner advantage by Lance. Good frame trap. Slap chop. Oh no, unblockable. Yeah!
That was a quick game. I think just laughing. Lance the bully.
And we are 3-3 tied up, so it's quick, but it's a slugfest. So Bishamon has a super pursuit, and it does really big damage. So sometimes Bishamon will choose to cash out with that super pursuit, and other times they'll rather try to unblockable. Man, look at Lance right now. They are on fire, just in the inside, pressing the right buttons. Don't be jumping. Here's ES Guard Cancel. It's gonna be an 8 jump LK.
Yep.
And unblockable.
Yep.
Yeah, nasty, right?
Yeah, I'm starting to see everything now. Turning into Neo.
Take the red pill and, yeah, lose to a red Bishamon. That's right. Ooh. Again, a quick IED overhead is also a low crush, kind of covering both scenarios. 10 against P is a great anti-air. I like how Vicky's covering the corner. Doesn't have to commit to approaching as much as they have to stop the movement of Bishamon. Air throw.
Oh! Just throw.
That crossed up! That crossed up! What the hell?
Oh!
What the fuck was that? Riz! That was nasty! Holy shit! She dashed in the corner, she IED'd back out of the corner into a Beedrill cross-up, which reset them into a free IED unblockable. That was so hot.
You should just win this set off of that. I don't even know the game like that. I knew that was ridiculous.
I'm glad my mic's not on, because my mouth is just like on the floor open right now. Like, wow. Another cross-up Beedrill. Oh, so Bishamon's the Whitey boy also, which is why Beedrill happens to be crossing up so much. Unblockable. Unblockable number 2. And, yeah, so at that point, the Zabel player has to read the ground roll, and if they keep reading it right, they keep getting unblockables. So, like, you're just stuck in this infinite loop of hell of a 33% unblockable guessing game.
So we went from low tiers to the animals to unblockables. Is that the progression of our set so far tonight?
It's been absolutely beautiful, hasn't it?
Yeah, something for everybody.
Yeah, whatever type of Kusuge you like, you can find it here, folks. Yeah, that was beautiful. Lance dumped the meter on the unblockable loops and just cleaned up that whole bat quite quickly. Crouching LP anti-air goes for an IED unblockable. Oh, look how clean that is, right? And then it's like half-life. You got white life just making you so nervous. One more good hit and Bell's got the bat. And then Bell likes to advance with this jumping roundhouse. It's like 3-hit chainsaw. Ooh. Oh, good block.
There, yeah.
Yeah, on that like quick. It was a left side overhead. Damn, Lance is on some shit right now. Unblockable.
Yep, saw that.
Id-Eye holds the corner. Looking for a GC. Oh my god, that was the hottest Bishamon Lance did tonight. That was amazing.
So we haven't talked about stun. This game doesn't have stun, right? You don't get stunned?
No, there's a handful of like moves and items that give you a dizzy state. But in general, no. Stunning and dizzy is not a universal game mechanic.
Good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it would be insane if it was.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Have you seen the pursuit with? Like, if you get a knockdown, you can press up and attack. Look at this link. Look at this Dark Force link.
What the?
So cool, Vicky. Nice. That's the Apollo Classic. She learned that up in New York.
Yo, shout out to my boy Apollo. I see you. I should have been playing VSAV with you guys when I head out the next level and stuff.
Dashing MP. Holds the corner. Good throw. Check it out. Look at that. 6 HP. It's like a melee, like a Nest baseball bat. I want to hear that, like...
Yo, more melee references, please.
Yeah, Riz, what... Oh! Unblockable, unblockable, slap chop. Right side low. This is so sexy. So, although Bishamon off some really sick Oki, the opponent can still ground roll. The option's still there. If they can guess the ground roll of Bell, they can set up another unblockable and do back-to-back unblockables mid-screen. And Lance had a...
Was that another one?
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
right there,
okay.
Lance did crouching LP. It was a sweet spot of space, and then straight to the UB. Too good.
And nothing, there's no technique in this game that's banned, right? I mean, the only thing we banned in ST is like Goki, and then that's pretty much it. But is there anything that's like banned in this?
Yeah, there's one bug that Jetta has, where he can get off screen, and if you really want to be lame, you can time out in an off screen way, and it's off banned in Japan, and no one does it in America. But that's it.
Fair enough.
Ooh, big old super confirm. Vicky holding the corner. Wants to pull this around because they are quite behind right now in this set.
Yeah, let's go with Vicky. I know we got a lot of Vicky fans in the chat.
Big chain, blocks the air to ground. Guard cancel that, please! It was now they did the guard cancel. Slap chop, takes the bat, goes for the H up, 2 chain. Man, this Kyokuji is some hot samurai right now. Oh, this is a tech hit too. It's nasty. Is it gonna be a bug? Nope. Oh, there's the guard cancel. So Zabel likes to approach with dashing roundhouse. It's that 3-hit like chainsaw Charlie, right? And the reason is because if it catches you air blocking, they recover, they land, they get the ground to jab unblockable, and it goes into the IED unblockable. So like they want to catch you in the air blocking that. But if you're patient and you're on the ground, then you can guard cancel that for free. So Kyokuji was on it. They recognize the block, like right there, that you guard cancel to beat that option.
Got it. Yeah, I see it.
Like IED. So right now Lance is up backing out of the high lows, which is good. And Vicky's got to find the right adjustments where your offense, unblockable, where the offense prevents the up back. Oh, look at those UPs! How clean is that? Look at that. That's 3, 4. Backdash overhead, so clean. Guard cancel, gonna be UB number 5. Let's see it. Oh, too good. No, that was it. 6. Calm down, Vicky. Every time Vicky does an unblockable, take a drink, you all. Oh, or how about Lance?
No, the Lance.
3, 4, 5.
The unblockables next. Oh, the whole round was unblockable.
That was amazing. I think I gotta quit saying this. Like, how many? Take a drink every time we say unblockable. My God, can you not? Oh, that was nasty. Okay, this is a potential match point for Kyokuji. They're playing so fast, so clean. Really controlling the movement of Zabel. A lot of the like sonic boom swipes or air to ground to airs. Guard cancel anti-airs. Look at that. Stop jumping Zabel.
Oh
Unblock
my
him.
gosh.
Yeah, I think they pressed the button, so it's a counter poke, really. That's like the 4th time. Oh! That's a wide combo! That's wide! That's wide! Don't be jumping! Zabel's
Come on, Vicky.
Wide.
Oh!
Oh my god! Into that finisher? Like, god, Lance is flexing right now. Holy shit.
And it was just like 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, and then suddenly Lance just, I don't know, just like, let me unblockable all the way to the end of the set.
Yeah, my homeboy powered up. He must have been taking drinks in the back because he came fucking hot and ready.
Nah, that's payback,
Wow.
like I said, for Street Fighter the movie. You know, Vicky hitting all the crazy Sagat infinites, so...
Wow. Yeah, that was quite a showing. Lance demonstrating they have such a expertise understanding of Bishamon. I saw unblockable resets on hit. I saw pursuit whips into left rights. I saw ground chasing into UB setups. I saw big link combos that are not easy to do, and just real strong play. So super congrats to Kyokuji. Great Bishamon.
Yeah, and, you know, they're both commending each other in the chat. You know, Kyokuji saying Vicky murks me during our FT10s, but, you know, somehow pull it out. And Vicky's just saying, yeah, Kyokuji outpaced me flat. But you know what? I'm pretty certain we'll have both of you in the bracket tomorrow. Normally, Lance does commentary with me for a bunch of the games, but hoping we get Lance to sign up for tomorrow's tournament. And who knows?
Nice.
They'll probably meet. They'll probably meet in bracket, and should be a good one. I mean, it'll be FT2 in the Swiss portion, but yeah, it should be hype either way.
Yeah, that was exciting. I felt like Vicky's execution was absolutely phenomenal. If I had to make a guess on why it turned out that way, it just felt like I think Vicky's ability to keep the offense going on the ground rolls wasn't as effective as Lance's. It felt like Lance was in general more on top of the ground chasing and keeping the advantage, and that's what happens. Nice. So who is next? This is our final entree, right?
Yeah, so the whole reason why we chose Vampire Savior for our community choice is just so I could say Snuggleguns on stream. Such a dope name, man, Snuggleguns. If I could go back in time and claim my fighting game handle, it'd definitely be not Riz1, but Snuggleguns. So yeah, we will get Snuggleguns versus the champ, Ailerus. So maybe you can give us some backstory on these players.
Oh, absolutely. Snuggleguns, I call them S-Guns. I think it sounds just as kick-ass, actually. They are a very dedicated, always on, always helpful, always playing, which is quite the reason why they're so effective. They play a character named Lei-Lei. Lei-Lei, we all see her in the other Marvel games. She's such an oddball. She's so technical and different than most of the other characters. Like, one of the nuances here is that her sweep is crouching heavy punch instead of crouching HK, like Makoto in Third Strike. So she has all these different variances. A big thing I'll tell you to look out for: she has a move called Tenrai, drops an anvil, and then the spike balls come from the top, right? So that move is so fundamental to this character. The anvil hits overhead. If the anvil misses you and it hits the floor hits low, and the balls can be damage or it can be advantage. It's amazing, right? But the input is actually LK, HK, MP, MP, 8. And you're gonna see, yeah, fucked up, right?
I'm trying to do it in my brain. I can't comprehend. I thought SNK inputs were crazy, but it looks like Vampire, they kind of went ham with the stuff that you could do.
Yeah, this is a really crazy command super. Light kick, hard kick, middle punch, up. And you're gonna see Snuggleguns doing some really crazy tech. They're gonna do like a pursuit whiff into crouching middle kick, which is a low, and then they'll cancel directly into Tenrai Hawk. So they end up making this like left-right mix-up into a low-high-low or low-low-high. Like the high-low options off of this move are ridiculous, and Snuggleguns does such a great job about forcing the agenda and using it to their advantage. So looking forward to some really sick Lei-Lei tech, and I'll call out more as we see it in the match.
All right, yeah, we'll just queue them up to get into their match. So they're probably going to restart in just a moment. And then, I don't know, we didn't really talk about tier lists. So is now a good time to kind of say who is the absolute top of the top?
Yeah, tier list, top to bottom. S tier, best in class, undeniable is Zabel. Zabel has one weakness, which is their low health, but everything else is best in the game. The next three who are like the highest S tier competitive gonna be your Gallon, your QB, and your Sasquatch. So back to like pick an animal, right? Like those are some good ass animals. Okay, so that takes up your top 4. If we go down the tier list a bit, you have your next band of 4 characters. This is gonna be your A tier characters, and this is folks like Bishamon, Felicia, Albath, and Valletta. So again, 3 more animals. No, 2 animals. Yeah, but they're all effective. They're all unique and very like asymmetrically balanced, which is pretty cool. Ow, shit. Your next band of characters, the next 4, are going to be like your mid-tier characters. So this is going to be Lei-Lei, Dimitri, Lilith, and then Morgan. And then by this point, you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel, and you're talking about like struggle tier. And then now you're at Victor, Jetta, and Anakaris.
The cheeks? Victor is like lower tier?
Oh, he bad. He got some issues.
Anyway, so they
Rise
just got
to
in
block.
there.
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a bit. So, Snuggleguns using Pendulum, they like get up in the air and the blade circles them. You get movement tech off the Pendulum. Ooh, goes for the dash through, render cancel. Wake up OS throw does some justice for Ailerus. Long dash gets a link. Bat number 1 is on. Ailerus holding the corner. Whoa! Oh my god, they were still backwards. Look at that, crouching MK 10 how big punish.
Getting hella Puzzle Fighter vibes right now.
Anvil hits overhead, so clean. Yeah, this matchup is slightly in Felicia's favor, but it really could go either way. It's such a fun one. Lei-Lei has effective anti-airs. Ooh, guard cancel out of the unblockable. That was amazing. Felicia having the corner, anti-air. Reset, goes back in. Oh, landing low. Dark Force out. Wake up Ken Gallon. Landing low, it is anyone's game. Right side, pokes out. Dark Force punish. This is big. Ooh, they got the unblockable. Off the wall. What's it gonna be? Ken Raiha, you're out of there. Guard cancel out or tech it out. Oh, this is getting so scrambled eggs. So scrambled eggs. Oh, good patience by Ailerus, not jumping.
Oh my.
Stop. Is it gonna be a chip kill? No, you can't chip with that one! You can't chip with that one! What is this?
That was the longest, like, lowest bar round I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was, like, those scrambled eggs are overcooked. The scrambled eggs are burning right now. Wow. So, Ailerus went to do the ES buckler, like the blue spitting one. It hits 4 times where the chip killed them. That's they fucked off and did the half circle and got the super one, which does no chip kill. And then all of a sudden, yeah, Snuggleguns to the Dark Force, and she gets hyper armor, and it was just an interesting interaction. Ailerus holding the corner really strong right now. Ailerus Dark Force in a bad spot. Now look at this big. Look at this.
Look at
that big punish.
So far, yeah.
Yeah, so like it's a double-edged sword, as Zach calls it. Like you can use a single like hit, touch of death, or if they hit you once and knock you down and pursue you, then they get another free combo, and it's basically a counter touch of death. Felicia's normals are absolutely incredible. She's about like the Chun-Li of Third Strike. Like she has a normal in every situation that's really effective.
Got it, that makes sense.
Yep, and then she uses her incredible movement speed to turn those anti-airs into like high-low throw scenarios. These Dark Forces are not working out for Ailerus right now. Ooh, off the wall, gets sniped, landing low. That was a low overhead. That was a hard to blockable. Damn. Snuggleguns on that 10 Rhyhawk combos right now. They are going crazy. Quick IED, dash through, low tap. ES Hellcat by Ailerus has a corner knockdown. What's it going to be?
Just wakes up with the lights.
IED throw? Yeah, it could have been a tech hit leak. We'll never know. Good tech hit out. Cat spike out.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah, that's the one they tried last game. So it looks like, just watching the players and the interactions, it looks like Ailerus is setting themselves up for like a clean anti-air. But it looks like Snuggleguns is being quite disciplined and not just jumping in recklessly. And then by the time that Ailerus is like, oh, what's plan B? It looks like Snuggleguns is already in a new position.
Now, Lei-Lei's movement seems a lot more like dynamic. I mean, you can neutral jump and kind of still move around right, left, it looks like.
Yeah, she can air dash. Plus she has her pendulum. So she's doing like 8 jump, late air dash, or 8 jump pendulum, late air dash to make her movement quite tricky. Good tech it out. Good defense by Ailerus.
Oh, there it goes. This time it worked out.
Yeah, that was
Dark
a good defensive Dark Force, yeah. Okay, anti-air. That was a clean anti-air they're looking for. You see that? And the reset happens. You chase it for the high-low, and you get to play your game. You can see Lei-Lei can actually anti-air Felicia. It's a bit of a call-out, but she can do it. Right side low, gets a link. Long dash. Snuggleguns so disciplined, not jumping in as blindly as anyone else could. Fights your way back out. Trades on the air. ES gone. Ah! And Reinhardt's gonna come. There it is. Block it out. They kick the orb. Jumps over. This is a bug. This is a bug.
What?
Oh!
What just hit? I don't get.
Yeah, that's some of the sickest thing. Low block, big 10 Reinhardt. Awesome. So the ES gong was in play, right? Felicia jumped at Lei-Lei. Lei-Lei tech hit Felicia and pushed him into the ES gong. So it made the tech hit like an offensive option, actually.
Crazy.
Yeah, so cool. And at this pace, like, you just have to play around it. I feel like Snuggleguns is in a really good spot with their strategy. It's being really effective, and we haven't seen the, like, the ridiculous... Oh, Zach's starting now, but we haven't seen Zach on fire just yet. So good stuff for Snuggleguns for holding it together and really bringing the heat.
Yeah, again, just coming off of that win at Cincy Clash. Just this past weekend. Was it yesterday or the day before? So, you know, winning that whole tournament. Now you got to do this FT10.
Oh, look at these frame traps into a throw trap. The damage is pretty low. I wonder why. Ah, they challenged it. So she has hyper armor there, and it's kind of a game of chicken. But she can't throw you, so it's like you just have to be patient when she does Dark Force. This is big. Big IAD, big 10 Reinhardt. Man, Snuggleguns' input is so crazy right now. They are doing all the hard executions, all the hard command supers. It's coming out like butter.
Now, you think when they made this game, they knew that players would be able to consistently do these pretty elaborate inputs, or?
Yeah, it's a good guess, right? Like it is not the design principles of modern day fighting games like that. If you want to play at this level, that execution, right? That P2 cross up, like actually wait, that was
P1.
Felicia's P1, but the reason that corner cross-up worked is because Felicia's movement speed is really good. If she was a slower character like a Sasquatch, she couldn't have done that. So Ailerus used a movement speed to force the cross-up in the corner. We still call the P2 cross-up, but it's really just a corner cross-up is what it is.
Got it.
Quick IAD. Looking good. Alright, let's do low off the reset. Long dash for the overhead. Toy touch. Low. Oh, it's so mean. She could air dash, she could throw, and then the low works. Or long dash. Landing low. Alright. The offensive pacing of these two is quite impressive.
It's contesting that.
Oh my god, I thought it was going to cross up, and it was still on the right side. There's your low. Here's a Dark Force. This is big. This is it. This is it, my friend.
Big combo. Okay, and I'm sure the damage would have kept going if need be. Like, that's a true TOD.
That is the Dark Force TOD. I think technically it does like 90%, but if they've got 1 or 2 taps beforehand, like, it will kill. Like, it will kill if you start with some big heavy that no one ever really gets in a match. But like that scenario, that was it.
Glad we get to see everything just in the exhibitions alone. It's gonna make tomorrow's tournament that much more exciting.
Yeah. Anti-air, long dash by Ailerus. Good defense by Snuggleguns. Look at that, they just walk in the face the anti-air. Dark Force out. That's fine. If you're almost dead, the risk of a Dark Force isn't so bad because the punish is the bat anyways. So I think Ailerus likes that aspect of Felicia's Dark Force. Yeah, ES guard cancels out. And then earlier I mentioned about players using Kara cancels to build meter. Lei-Lei does that all day long. All these pendulums she's doing at like full screen, she's doing a Kara heavy kick into a DP.
The maxing out the meter you can build in.
Yeah, and she's always sitting on enough meter to always have an anvil or a 10 Reinhardt, which is a challenge. Because Lei-Lei with meter is like a threat. Ooh, ES Hellcat? Alright. Long dash. Air chain. Air to air. Oh, counter Dark Force. That's... You can't do it. Ah, respect! Respect! So Lei-Lei has hyper armor. She cannot be thrown. And you cannot throw her.
In her Dark Force.
Correct.
That's
so,
her mechanic.
Yes, Ailerus was trying to... It was a game of chicken, actually, and if Lei-Lei deactivated, she was dead, and if she fought it, she could have died, and... Yeah, so something pulled ahead on that game of chicken. That was good. Alright, that media low does work. Quick IED overhead. Out of the corner. Pendulum Oki. Gets tapped on the toes for it.
Yeah, I see definitely Ailerus is contesting a lot of those on Wake Up, just pressing the button, and it's been working out so far.
Yeah, and then with the risk reward of Ailerus getting a potential touch of death, like it makes it really effective for them. Big jump in. Corner combo. Toy touch. Long dash. Big link. A. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
that was a whole game?
Yeah, that was the strength of Ailerus. I feel like he's shaking off something and getting the blood going because Felicia's movement speed and Ailerus' ability to chase the ground rolls is so incredible that matches happen like that.
The speedrun FT10s.
Yeah. Vampire save you done quick, right? VSDQ?
Yeah. Hey man, there's an idea there for sure.
Alright, Lei-Lei holding the corner. Anti-air to 6 HP. Hits him out of the super. Quick IED. That was 6 snuggleguns. I like it. So Lei-Lei's forward dash, she becomes invulnerable for a bit. So she can do these awkward like frame traps where she's not vulnerable. Good tech hit.
Gets in the corner there.
Yeah, Ailerus is meaning to do the cat spike where she grabs the balloon, but for whatever reason the buckler's coming out tonight. The Sonic rolling ball, right?
Right, yeah.
Alright. Tap, long dash, throw. ES Toy Touch, is big damage. Oh, almost for the chip, but didn't have a full meter. Ailerus really wanting to put this thing out.
And the clutch. Snuggleguns got a lot of damage dished out just off of that one save in the corner.
Yeah, Ailerus is like scrambling to close the bat and just can't do it. There we go. Right side low, gets the Ken throw. Anti-air. Oh, that's twice now. Crouching HP challenged the super. Big jump in. 2 chain, long dash, pokes out. Weep. This is big for Ailerus. Another Ken throw. Hits him with the Sonic. Anti-air. Oh my god, Ailerus is holding on. He's doing this. Blocks in the Tenrai, huh?
Alright,
Oh jeez. He's all in. Oh, no, he out. Alright.
You can that's a deactivation right there, right? But it still has like recovery frames.
Yeah, you got it. So, some folks have some cute things you can do, like for instance, if Felicia does a backdash attack, the kitty helper would probably lean forward and cover you as you deactivate. So there's less of a risk there, but yeah, you can manually deactivate.
Another mechanic that I don't know any other game has added, an activation plus deactivation button. Never seen it again.
Yeah, it's the same input, but it's pretty interesting, isn't it? Maybe one of the Blaze Blues did it. I think the latest one has some type of pseudo Dark Force mechanic, but I don't know if you can like deactivate in the same way that you can here. Big jump in by Ailerus, has the corner. E is Toy Touch times 4. There you go. There's the meaty low left side. Meaty low left side. Frame trap low.
Oh,
low.
Tech.
Oh, look at that. Went low 3 times, a frame trap, and then an overhead. And this is where Ailerus is in the fucking zone. And there's like, some of these aren't meaty, they're like 4 or 5 frames delayed. So if Snuggleguns is waking up to either hold jump or press a tech hit, they're likely getting smacked in the toe for it.
So this is the meta that we were talking about. Like what sets the super top player from like the top player is those minute kind of things, right? Those little delays in the button presses, right?
Yeah, and that is directly playing around the tech hit and guard cancel mechanic. So Zach does these delays, and you get blown up because you try to tech it, or you get blown up because you try to guard cancel, and then you're like, fuck it, I gotta block, and then they throw you, and like that is the core meta of these sets. Whoa, they tech it on the back.
I gotta see that again. That was weird.
Yeah, that was odd. Nice defense by Zach off the wall. ES Hellcat. Big old command throw. Landing low, gets blocked. Looking good. Sweep. Wants to go for the TOD. Oh, this is big. What's it going to be? Landing low. That's fine. Tenma still does the business. CC's out. It's another one of Lei-Lei's really effective anti-airs. Her crouching HK is just like awkward handstand. Delay lows. Look at them frame traps from both players. LK anti-air. Meaty low. Right side gets blocked. There it is. That's what Ailerus wanted. They wanted walking LK into the cat spike. Puts him up for a corner left right. I think you're still alive. In a bad spot though. Tech, block it out. Tech hit. Very disciplined. Didn't want to particularly jump. They didn't. Off the wall. Long dash. Big link.
You come back there.
Yeah, Lei-Lei knew that Felicia wanted off the wall, but it was a matter of when. So I think Ailerus waited long enough before they knew it was safe to get on that cat post up there.
It's our first 2-game deficit so far. So yeah, they've been going pretty close so far.
Awesome. Yeah, Zach's a monster, but I feel like every time he's in the exhibition, it's like 8-10 by the time somebody wins. It's awesome. They're always really close. Big chain by quick overhead. Yeah, let's go. Look at that.
Dedicate this tournament to snuggleguns. Just for the name now, but it's all like.
Look at that. Don't jump. Has the corner. Looking strong. Snuggleguns puts himself in the corner. Bad spot. Deactivate by Zach. Says, fuck it. I'm not risking this last bat on a whole Dark Force punish. Wake up handstand. Alright. Landing low gets blocked. Trades on the anti-air.
Yeah, which is still decent, but...
Yeah, Snuggleguns keep finding the right angles. They just keep coming in with a...
Oh! Wow, what the hitbox on that?
It starts at the top and like descends to the floor. Wow. We are in our 4th exhibition. We are halfway there. We are 6 versus 5. Ailerus versus Snuggleguns. Tonight on WNF, folks. Thanks for joining us. Oh my god, see the delay? And then Lei-Lei came down with a JLP. Didn't even get anti-air.
Alright, got the back throw corner. Gotta break the guard, no dice.
Left side block. I think you got this game figured out now, Riz. You're there. Anti-air, long dash. So Lei-Lei can actually block after the pendulum cancel, which is so cool. She can move around and be active and still chicken block. Nice anti-air. Meaty low. Going for the touch. Oh, what's it going to be? Out of there. Alright, alright. Big 7-jump combo. Don't be jumping. That was a unblockable, by the way. The cat hit overhead, and Ailerus hit low the next couple frames. And Lei-Lei couldn't switch her guard state because she was stuck in the block zone of the cat. Ah, goes for a big please help me. Alright. Yeah, defensively, Snuggleguns is in such a nice spot. It seems like they're blocking and then doing a late jump back, and it's putting them in such a good spot to not have to manage Felicia's. Oh! Damn, that was what Diar was doing. Those like rising air chains to beat the air counterattacks.
Yeah, if you can you go over that that unblockable? Like how tight is it?
Oh yeah, so this is a universal mechanic. It's a type of unblockable. It's called a block stop unblockable. If you are in the like hit stop of a move, you cannot change your guard state. So certain characters can put a projectile out, and if say you're stuck blocking the projectile high, damn that was fast. If you're stuck in a high block state, then they can like sweep you during that high block state, and you can't switch to low block. So Felicia gets it with her kitty helper occasionally, and Lei-Lei gets it with her ES gong occasionally. Snuggleguns is on some shit right now. This is what we like to see. A fast Lei-Lei, there's a landing low.
Look at that. I mean, you just went over that one unblockable. The match is about to be done.
Give him out, the sword super. Oh, Dark Force!
Just went right through. That was sick. Yeah, alright. Using invincibility.
Yeah, right through that Shiroto. Nice air throw OS. Holds the corner. What's it gonna be? Long dash and out.
A lot of life was recovered too, so this is big.
Yeah, that white life recovery is so big. If you can like block and pick your offense. Good stuff to the defensive snuggleguns. I don't feel like that Dark Force has been as much of a threat as it usually is. Long dash, gets a big link. Cat spike has the corner. Sweep 1, 2, 3, 4. What's Ailerus gonna do?
Are you gonna come back after all of this?
It's possible. It's possible. They went for a wake. Zach gonna do it. Zach's like, fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm pressing the buttons. I'm doing it. Left. Ailerus, you fucking monster. That was ridiculous.
Sometimes you're just in the zone, I guess. That's crazy.
And there was so many interactions where, like, Ailerus was just holding the corner, didn't commit to anything, and tried to play around snuggleguns, and just kept that control. God. That was, like, threatening aura, wasn't it? Quick ID.
Yeah, good use of the Dark Force as well. Both of those rounds. Pretty much survived death.
Sweeps out. Quick IAD. Again, snuggleguns with such a quick bat number 1. Oh, that's the real test. You dash through and you render cancel to hit him in the back.
Render cancel?
Yeah, do you know about those?
I mean, how do you use the render cancel on the dash?
Nah, in a second. We got something. Oh, it's amazing!
Yeah, you're right. This game is too quick.
So, there's numerous properties about render cancels, about 3 or 4 that are unique. One of them is that they cancel into themselves on whiff, right? So with Lei-Lei, she'll dash through you, and then she'll do like a low short, right? And then because she's dashing, she's facing the other way. But if she render cancels that move on whiff, the second will auto correct, and she'll do a low on the back on like your backside. So that's why, like right there, you'll see the low turn around and hit Felicia in the back of the heels. Oh my god. Yeah, it'll happen again, I'm sure. I think snuggleguns did it once or twice, and they're remembering how effective it is in this matchup too. Ooh, landing low. I love to see it. That projectile hits overhead, by the way, so they can do unblockable with that.
Yeah, you can set up same thing with the cat, right? Alright.
The cat's not overhead, so like it's a different type of unblockable. Right, like that projectile will be overhead, and you can hit low as a high-low unblockable. Quick IAD from snuggleguns. Oh my goodness, IAD's through the guard cancel. Dark forcing out of the command throw setup. Holds the corner. You're in such a good spot right now, S-Guns. Quick IAD, left side,
okay.
big Tenrai Hawk. Alright, I like that Zach's doing more throws. Gets poked out though.
Nice.
We're seeing that cat come back again, aren't we? This is Ailerus fighting through it.
We want more games. Oh, the Dark Force activation again. Alright.
Couldn't get over that. Already committed to heavy punch by the time the ES Gong came out. Nice. And look at the spread. We're 8-7 right now. Remember what I said? When Zach does the first to 10, it's always like 8-10 or 10-8 somebody. Like, it's always that close.
We in the Gong Show now.
Alright, jumping HP. Nice Hellcat. Hold the corner. Right side low. Toy touch. Air chain. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna fight it? Yeah. Oh, that's so good. You jump back and then you can air dash in. 8 jumping? The power of 8 jumper is. 8 jumper is so good in this game.
Well, it seems like just anti-airing a lot of these jumps is pretty tough, huh?
Yeah, Felicia's one of the, literally, I think, the most anti-airs in the game. She's got about 6 good buttons that are effective at anti-airs. Oh, this is big. This is big. Gonna be an IAD into a big punish, maybe? Ah! Sorry, you needed that, S-Guns. You needed that.
No, not like this. Another comeback.
Yeah. Oh my god. We are potential match point for Ailerus, just showing the strength of really getting the knockdowns and then reading and reacting to rolls enough to maintain offense. And that's where Zach really shines. You get hit once, the white life doesn't heal up, and then you are caught in the blender of having to like high-low throw every interaction. Nice, gets a dash through for a right side. Hat spike offense is pretty annoying. Alright, Zach's on the Hellcats right now. It's a command throw, by the way.
Walk up, side switch.
Oh, that was so good! Anti-air, Cat's back into the corner, gets the right side cross up. ES gone for a frame trap, gets ES Hellcat again. Now Ailerus has the strike throw on full steam right now. Anti-air, long dash, good tech hit out.
Snugglegun gets out.
This is big. Are you gonna fight it, or are you gonna... There you go. We take that. I want S-Guns to win this one. We want more VSAP tonight, folks. But we're one hit away.
Again, yo. Zach just never gives up. Never gives up.
Yeah, they always say he digs his claws in. It's the
Never
Ailerus
gives up.
special. Congratulations to Ailerus, taking it 10-7 against S-Guns tonight, showing the strength of knocking down, ground chasing, and more effectively mixing up the strike throws.
Well, that was a pretty intense FT10 series. Again, we got to see 8 whole characters out of the roster of, 13, 14, I think, in this game?
15?
Oh, 15.
Yeah, we saw half the roster tonight. That's rad.
Yeah, and about, a good chunk of games. At least 50 games we saw, so...
Yeah, but Riz, thank you so much for hosting and giving the Vampire folks a chance to play on your stream and expose this amazing, fun, fast-paced game to just a broader audience.
Yeah, Kyle, thanks for coming through for comms. Again, I'm sorry that I'm not nearly as educated in this game at all. I mean, this is all pretty new for me, but I've been around the fighting game scene for a while. In New York, everyone's playing this, to be quite honest, and I just sat on the side and played some ST, but now just kind of looking at it with this new lens. It's pretty hype. It's a fast game, so I was a little bit intimidated by its speed, but actually just off of the commentary tonight, I'm starting to see things more clearly, and that's dope. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's event, and VSAF community is always doing stuff big. Make sure you guys do join that Discord. They have channels for every single tournament that's ever happened, pretty much. And so it's a good way to kind of look back at its history and see how things have progressed. As for the meta, is the meta still evolving right now? I know we talked about the US players and Japan players are pretty competitive with one another. Is still a lot of meta still to be dissected out of this one?
I think the last couple of years, the American scene's gotten so much stronger about doing delay attacks. We call it the Japanese word Zerashi. It translates to the word shift, and it's about shifting the timing of your attacks to beat out guard cancels and tech hits and those type of things. So I feel like our top players in the West now are finally hitting a comfortable stride at that spot in the meta, and that's really what brought our scene to this level we're at now, where we can have competitive and winnable matches against the Japanese scene. So that's good. As far as the meta in Japan, I think the new hotness is how to punish Galen's Beast Cannon, but not just a reversal DP, but doing something really sexy out of it. So there's been some cool tech out of that one. If you want to see tech, there's a Twitter handle of Hoso Squatch. It is a Japanese player named Hosokawa. They are the pink Sasquatch out of the Saitama shuttle, and they post a clip every 2 or 3 days. Check them out. Always nice to see fresh VSAP content. Also, should probably give a big shout out to the New York VSAP scene. There's so many kick-ass folks up there who have really kept it going strong, and definitely probably been an influence to you, Riz. So thanks to J1, Apollo, Andrew, NB. There's so many more up there, the Brooklyn Bushido Brooklyn. There's a lot more. So New York, thank you so much for holding it down, and Riz, thanks for hosting VSAP tonight.
Yeah, thanks again for coming through. Shiogamaguchi, that's a spot in Nagoya. I got to go there a couple of times, and if you've ever been, then you've probably seen the little blue tins where you put your yen in. It's 30 yen to play there, so you have a bucket of bunch of 10 yen coins. I might have a picture of it here I can show you guys.
Yeah,
right here.
Nice. And while you're pulling that up, we have a Makai monthly event coming up in just a handful of days. But actually, I'm too quick here. Tomorrow, let's talk about tomorrow first. Tomorrow is free to enter 8 rounds of Swiss. If you're from North America, North America, right?
Yeah, USA, Canada, Mexico.
Oh, and Mexico, cool. Yeah. So those folks are going to enter this free to enter. We're hoping to get a nice cross pollination between the usual WNF folks, some of the older like ST heads, and definitely the vampire scene at large. So sign up, play games tomorrow night. Going to do the Swiss format, and we're going to stream one match in each round, and then stream the top 4 double elimination. So should be about 13 to 14 matches total. And our next hurrah for VSAV will be then.
Yeah, looking forward to it tomorrow. There goes a bracket link. I think we're already at 14-ish signups, so looking pretty strong. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. We'll do it at the same time. Not on Smash.gg, but Start.gg. Also, shout out to Kuru Vega in the chat. Ohayo gozaimasu if you just woke up. But yeah, make sure you guys take a look, sign up. Should be fun. All skill levels welcome. If you're trying to do a quick deep dive into VSAV, exclamation VSAV to join the bracket and take a look at all the character pins. Yeah, hopefully we have you back on commentary tomorrow, Kyle. Had a blast and appreciate you, spreading that knowledge, telling the lore.
All the best. Good night, guys. Take care.
All right, take care.